Drummond International, what's going on, people? Glad to be back. It's been a while, long time coming. A live broadcast here. Thank you for tuning in today. In this month of June, can you believe summer is upon us? The summer's here. It's nice and hot out. So, again, thank everybody for tuning in. I'm excited to be here again to bring you some things. In the past few weeks, several months have been really a lot going on. We shared previously, last week, myself and Brady, we talked about, we thank you for, all of your support and following us. We appreciate that sincerely. And today, I'm going to start a new series that I think is very important in terms of your growth and your expansion, okay? In terms of your growth and your expansion, there's just one element that I believe is crucial to that taking place. Some of us may understand it, some of us may not. But this one particular area is something that has helped me, okay, navigate life. It's helped me even, dealing with certain challenges, different things. When I embrace this concept that I'm about to share, when I embrace this, okay, and follow through with it, it took me to my next level, okay? Everybody see that? All right? And we're talking about today, you getting to your next level, all right? And the word of the day and the word of this series is networking, okay? That's the word of the series, networking. And this is the power of networking, all right? And we know this word, a lot of us have heard it. Obviously it's tossed around in the business world. That's what we're very familiar with it. But this is so important when you're talking about expansion and growth and you going to your next level. A lot of times in life, we may have the right goals, the right mindset, the right things we want to do in life, but there may be certain individuals that we need to connect with, okay, who are like-minded, who can assist you in accomplishing that goal, which in turn is their goal too, okay? So the power of networking. Now, I'm gonna share a couple things that need to take place in order for this word to come to fruition in your life. There's a few things that need to take place. There's 5 needs, okay? There's 5 needs that I want to identify. I may not get to all 5 today, which, to be honest, I won't. I'll get to a couple today, but there are 5 needs that you need to embrace in order to follow through with networking, all right? Let me say this, we gotta be careful that, we don't just network with anybody, okay? We gotta be careful that we don't partner with anybody, because not everybody is meant for us, Not everybody has your best interest. Not everybody will be in the foxhole with you, okay? And that's okay. It's okay. It's not meant for everybody. What I'm called to do is not meant for everybody. But there's somebody, or there's some key people that I'm supposed to link up with, okay? And we will fuel each other, okay? So, just want to throw that out there, all right? So, number 1, the first need, I believe, that we need to embrace, okay, when we're coming together with someone, when we're coming together with an individual or a group of people who are coming from diverse backgrounds, different experiences, when you come together, when you come to the table, okay, when you do that, the very first thing that all of you need to establish is the need for a clear vision of where you're going. Okay, this is very important. The need for a clear vision for where you're going. Because if you don't identify and map out a clear vision, what'll happen is you may get started on the right track, but down the road, if something wasn't communicated ahead of time as far as direction, someone may agree or disagree with where we're going. Okay? Someone may agree or disagree with the direction, okay, because it wasn't properly communicated in the beginning. Okay, so before you take off, you come to the table, before you guys, girls, before you launch together, you need to sit down and map out a vision. And that vision, obviously it means the end goal. What is the end goal? Where are we going? Okay? But within the end goal, okay, there's goals along the way. Okay? So you need to sit down and map it out. Okay? Vision, where we're going, and that needs to be a that needs to be a conversation, needs to be a collaboration of the parties coming together to map that out. Okay. Once you map that out, once you get a clear vision of where you're going, and then in the process of that, you write down different goals of what you want to do. Okay. The next step, okay, within that is the need to identify roles and responsibilities. Because everybody has to know what lane that they're traveling in, okay? You can't have everybody in the same lane, all right? Even though there's a common goal, there's a vision we're going after, okay? There needs to be roles properly identified and responsibilities, okay, for the common goal. That's very important, for the common goal. So I think about, in the world of sports, I believe sports is the greatest teacher of how to properly network and collaborate. Kids do it all the time, okay? Kids network, collaborate all the time. And I was fortunate enough to play sports, as a youngster. But I learned, and when you're playing a team sport, there's sports, golf, tennis, individual, not tennis, you can play doubles, whatever. But when it comes to team sports, they can be a great teacher of how to properly network and collaborate. So I played on a particular team. I remember in prep school, okay? I attended Fort Union Military Academy, prep school in Virginia, okay? This was the year after I graduated high school. So there were players from all over the country, okay, that attended this prep school, postgraduate year. Everybody on the team was the man coming from their high school. One of them was a McDonald's All-American. One player was a McDonald's All-American. We had three that was state player. We had the West Virginia State Player of the Year, okay? We had so many top players, assembled on one team. So imagine this, guys coming from where their background, they were the man, they did what they wanted to. They took the shots they wanted, they called the shots, they were the go-to, the team looked to them. So now you have these guys coming together to be on one team. That could be a problem. That could be an issue, because of the experiences they've had, okay, that could be an issue. But our coach, I have to share this quote. Our prep school coach, Coach Fletcher Eric, he was known as one of the top prep school coaches in the nation, okay? He put out hundreds of NBA players, Division I college basketball players. He was a top-notch. His knowledge of the game, his experience, his culture that he built, was top-notch. When we first got to campus, prep school, okay, and you're sitting in the room, you're looking around, and everybody there, they're like, I'm the man where I come from, and I'm sitting there too, I'm the man where I came from, Eastern North Carolina, down south, So the coach looked at all of us when we first arrived on campus. We had a team meeting, and he said this. And actually, when he said this, I thought this quote came from him, but it didn't. He said this. He said, guys, there's no telling how good we can be if we don't worry about who gets the glory. Man, I was like, I'm 17, I'm 18 years old. All of us 18 years old. He said, guys, There's no telling how good we could be if we don't worry about who gets the glory. And man, throughout that year, the coach instilled in us the vision of where we're going. Get to my point number one, the vision, okay? Keeping the goals in the forefront. It's not about me, it's about we. He kept that in front of us all the time, okay, so that we could check our egos at the door, all right? Then the next thing, the roles and responsibilities. He identified the roles. He called me Jarman. He called you by your last name, Jarman. This is your role. I want you to do this, this, and this for the greater good of the team, okay? Other guys on the team, he identified their roles and responsibilities. And let me tell you this. That season, we finished 29-1, one loss. And that one loss came in double overtime, in which 4 of our 5 starters fouled out. I was the only starter left in the double overtime. That's the only game we lost. And then we played this team again that beat us in a tournament later, and we waxed them. So 29-1. We were ranked number 2 in the nation when it came to prep schools behind Oak Hill Academy that year. But our success, okay, depended on understanding the power of networking and trusting our teammates, okay? Fulfilling our role and trusting our teammates, okay? So I know that was a lot, but I think I always like to share stories, personal experiences, that can illustrate what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get across. So I hope that depiction really gave you understanding. Some of you may be networking now. Some of you may be considering it. Some of you may have maybe attended some meetings with the opportunity to do so. Maybe you need to return someone's call who's waiting to talk to you about working together. Hopefully these principles I'm sharing can help you with that process. And again, this is the theme, the networking. I'm going to continue this on the next podcast. But again, number 1, the need for a clear-cut vision and the goals that go with it. Number 2, the need to identify roles and responsibilities. Okay? Everyone has a role. It's not about me, it's about we. Okay? But at the same time, you got to fulfill your responsibilities. So that's it for today. I'm going to wrap up now. Thank you again for tuning in. Definitely appreciate all of you. I'm excited about this. I'm in the process now of networking, stepping out in some other ventures. That's why this is such a prime time and subject for me right now, obviously, but I hope it's the same for you. So thank you again for tuning in. Have a great day, and always remember, you're destined for greatness.